With the D23 Expo coming up in a couple of months, we're going to delve in and take a look at what it is, what's happening over the 3 days, and maybe what we can expect. All coming up next. Hi, I'm Steve and welcome back to What in the D World. Before we get going, if you haven't already, don't forget to check us out on social media where we can keep you up to date with all the park hours, goings on, happenings, history and everything else in regards to Walt Disney World. The links are all in the description below. So let's start at the beginning. What is D23? Founded in 2009, D23 is the official fan club for the Walt Disney Company. The D, of course, stands for Disney, and the 23 is for 1923, which is the year Walt founded the company. There are 2 different levels of membership with different perks, and these include things like a welcome kit where you get fantastic milestones pins, membership cards, certificates, exclusive discounts on expo tickets, quarterly magazines, promos, exclusive merch and events as well. Now the first D23 Expo was held in September 2009 and the Expo is held every 2 years. The expos include panels and presentations featuring stars and sneak peeks at upcoming features from Disney, Marvel, Pixar and Lucasfilm. There's also lots of cosplay on hand and some fans spend hundreds of hours making some absolutely amazing costumes as they share their passion for all things Disney. There's even a D23 Mousecade where all of the fans get to show off. There's also shopping with some exclusive merchandise and also first looks at some upcoming merchandise and performances by renowned Disney songwriters, Broadway stars, actors and musicians too. Tickets for this year's event went on sale in August 2018 and cost $79 per day for gold members and $89 per day for non-gold members. There were also 3-day tickets, but these sold out quite quickly, as did the Saturday, which is one of the more popular days with a lot of movie and TV panels. This year's event takes place from Friday, August the 23rd to Sunday, August the 25th in the Anaheim Convention Center, with the doors opening at 9 AM and closing at 7 PM every day. So what can we expect from this year's D23 Expo when it all kicks off? The first day of the D23 Expo is always really special as things kick off with the Disney Legends ceremony. This is where some of the extraordinary men and women who have made significant impacts on the Disney legacy are honoured. Some of the Disney legends include the late great Stan Lee, Mark Hamill, Steve Jobs, and people like Imagineer Tony Baxter and composer Randy Newman, who is best known for his work in Toy Story. Bob Iger will take the stage to induct this year's recipients, which include Robert Downey Jr., Jon Favreau, James Earl Jones, Bette Midler, Ming-Na Wen and Hans Zimmer, as well as others. Now on the Friday afternoon, the highly anticipated streaming service Disney Plus, which launches in November in the US for $6.99 a month, will give us another look at some of its original content, which will include Lady and the Tramp, The Mandalorian, High School Musical the series and some others as well, and will include some star-studded guests. We can expect some new trailers appearing online to some of these, including The Mandalorian, which I've heard already has a trailer cut together. Fingers crossed while they're talking about Disney Plus, we also get to see some of the non-fiction content that will be on offer too, including, I'm hoping, a peek at the documentary about Walt Disney Imagineering. So moving on to the Saturday, which I mentioned earlier is sold out. It is the biggest draw for movie and TV fans. We get to see what they have in store for the whole of the Disney-owned umbrella, including Walt Disney Studios, Walt Disney Animation, Pixar, Marvel and Lucasfilm too. For Walt Disney Studios, by the time the Expo comes around, Aladdin and The Lion King will have already been in cinemas. So what can we expect going forward? Hopefully we should get a look at the live-action Mulan, the movie based on the Jungle Cruise ride starring The Rock and Emily Blunt, maybe Artemis Fowl, and Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, which is released later on this year. There's also Walt Disney Animation, which is sure to release another trailer for Frozen 2 before its release at the end of the year. There's also some untitled animation projects for November next year and another 2 after that, so hopefully we might get some more information on these to see if these are either original concepts or sequels to something like Zootopia or Moana. Now, everyone is always keen to learn what Pixar has up their sleeve, and we recently got a trailer for Onward starring Chris Pratt and Tom Holland. Now hopefully we might get some info on their other movie, Soul, which is described as a journey that takes you from the streets of New York to the cosmos to find what makes you, you. We might also get some info on some Pixar shows coming to Disney Plus called Monsters at Work, which is set 6 months after the events of Monsters Inc. Marvel Studios has had a massive year with Avengers Endgame, and we'll also know just how big Spider-Man Far From Home will have been. Early reviews are giving it high praise, even knocking Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2 off the top spot as the best loved Spidey movie. Spider-Man also marks the end of Marvel Phase 3, and there's no formal announcements that have been made about Phase 4 to date. Hopefully we can expect to get some looks at the Black Widow movie, Shang-Chi and the Eternals. We hopefully also may get some more information on the Wonder and Vision TV show, as well as Falcon and the Winter Soldier and the Loki TV show too. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that there might be a few surprises thrown in there as well. Last up is Lucasfilm, with The Rise of Skywalker set to complete the Skywalker saga and due for release in December. I'm hoping for a trailer release, as there's not much information to date that we know about the movie. We're sure to get more information on The Mandalorian, as I've mentioned as well. There's also a lot more on the Saturday, like cast members from DuckTales and a live Q&A session with various producers, and also featuring Kermit the Frog. So on to the last day, which will be the Sunday. Now this is a big one for me, as it will showcase Disney Parks experiences and products. This will be a presentation hosted by Bob Chapek, who is the chairman of Disney Parks and Experiences. There's a lot going on, not just at Walt Disney World, but also the other parks around the world too. There might be something around Galaxy's Edge, as this will be opening on the 29th of August in Walt Disney World, though we do already know a lot with the opening of the Disneyland version already. We could get some news on the Rise of the Resistance ride, or even on the new Star Wars hotel that's currently being constructed in the Epcot area. Mickey's Runaway Railway is still ongoing in Hollywood Studios, so that could be mentioned. And then of course the Guardians of the Galaxy coaster is still under construction too, and not to mention Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary. Could we possibly get a logo for this? We may also get a firm date on the Skyliner opening, and also new details possibly on the Illuminations replacement, Epcot Forever, which opens October 1st. Of course, all these are things that may or may not be announced or updated, and there's other things like more details on Marvel Land in Disneyland, or the Disneyland Paris expansion too. And there's always a chance that we might hear things before the D23 Expo in August as well. On top of all of that, all weekend there is the Walt Disney Archives presents Heroes and Villains, where you can see costumes you know and love from 55 years of movies and TV, including Cinderella dresses from the new movie Once Upon a Time and more, Belle's dress from 2017's Beauty and the Beast, costumes from the new Aladdin, both Mary Poppins movies, and a lot more. Mickey's of Glendale also returns with exclusive Imagineering merchandise like specialty pins, collectibles, and items you can't find anywhere else. There's also the Disney Music Emporium, which features products and album signings from Disney composers and recording artists too. So with all of that, there's a lot to do and see at the D23 Expo, and that's not all of it. Now you can head to d23.com if you want any other info on anything I've spoke about in the show. What do you think some of the announcements might be? Anything you think would be mentioned? Drop me a line in the comments and let me know. Thanks very much for watching this video, and if you did enjoy it, then please drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you already haven't. Don't forget to check us out on social media with all the links in the description, and we have all the daily Walt Disney World updates, park hours, news, weather, history, and a lot more. Once again, that's you all up to date, so until next time, I'll see you real soon.